Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube channel. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. In case you guys didn't know, we are a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist for Best Data Analysis Tool last year, and we're currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university and professional level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, swing trade, and also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody here at True Trading Group. If you're wondering why you should listen to anything it is that I discuss on this channel and why you should continue watching this video, it's because I did not figure this stuff out by watching YouTube videos or sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. My first job right out of college, where they had me go through a training program before I was ever able to touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder of TTG, and along with my team of 8 other professional trading moderators and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. We have about 10,000 members in 115 different countries. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 4 years. So if you guys are ready to learn trading profit for real, you've come to the right place. I come live on this YouTube channel. I do recap videos on this YouTube channel. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any of these videos, because we're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. I share with you my thoughts on the markets, individual stocks, my current positions. I share with you positions I'm looking to get into, what I think the market's going to do days, weeks to come, not just what happened in the markets today or the day before. Sure, this is a recap video that I'm doing for you since I'm not going live today. It's actually my anniversary, so I've got some dinner plans. That's why we're doing this recap video for you instead of me doing a full-blown live stream. But I will be right back after live streams tomorrow, so make sure you set your reminders so that you are notified when I do go live. Today was a fantastic day for us inside of True Trading Group. It was a huge, huge, huge day for members. We had a handful of triple-digit gains come off on a lot of swing trades to the upside where we've been long on, and we actually had an intraday day trade on one of our 0 DTE trades that went off today by one of our mods, Diane Fig, that ended up closing out for a 600% gain. That was a SPY call option. It was a 0 DTE. So for those who don't know, 0 DTEs means it's an option contract that expires today. There are 0 days to expiration. They are extremely volatile trades, but the options are very, very cheap. And when you get the direction correct, they can go hundreds of %. And it's just a specific trading style that a couple of our mods do implement. One of our mods, Geo, trades 0 DTEs. He's a scalper. He has about 25 years of Wall Street experience. He's actually a former market maker. And Diane also, she trades 0 DTEs as well. And just an unbelievable trade today on call options on the SPY. I believe it was the 534 or the 535 strike call option that was entered today around 10:30 this morning. And that option went up around 500 to 600% on the final take profit going into the close. So just an unbelievable trade there. Apple, ARM, Reddit, these were all swing trades that our other moderators were in. I made some really good money today on Coinbase. We call it the Coinbase trade to the long side as Bitcoin continues its push and tries to get through a major level of resistance. So it really was just a great and fantastic day for us as a group. But today was a really great day, not just because it was a good P&L day for us inside of True Trading Group, but because Nvidia is now the second largest company in the market. Nvidia has surpassed the $3 trillion market cap mark and is now surpassed Apple in market cap. And even as I make this video, you're trading about $10 higher after the close on Nvidia. You guys can see Nvidia continuing to pump to the upside after just a huge day, broke through the $1,200 intraday resistance, nice increase in volume, and you got tons of follow through as the stock now is $12.35 as we are a couple days before the split. The stock will trade split adjusted come Monday, but tomorrow is the last day of record for the split. And just some buying pressure after the earnings report and just some buying pressure that's coming in here ahead of the ahead of the stock split. And I think retail is piling into this. I think retail is chasing this name to the upside. I get a lot of questions from people. They're like, oh, should I buy it? Should I buy it? Should I buy it? I'm just going to be completely honest with you. My answer to you now is the same answer I gave people when the stock was $9.50. And for me, the answer was no, I wouldn't be buying it personally. And I haven't bought it personally at these prices. I've owned Nvidia for a very long time. If you've been following the YouTube channel for the last several years, you know that I've been a huge bull on Nvidia. And I publicly came out on the channel in 2020, told everybody that I was buying Nvidia. And then again in 2022, I came out and told everybody very publicly that I was buying Nvidia. And again in 2023, came out and very publicly told everybody that we were adding once again to the Nvidia position. A lot of our members already own the stock and we own it for much lower prices. So I understand it's easier for me to say that I'm not, and listen, you have to just take my word for it. I'm not just saying, trust me, bro. These videos are all on the YouTube channel. You can go back during those time periods and you can see and verify on this YouTube channel that I was saying those things, that I was doing those things. Because I always tell you what I do with my own money. We don't just talk about day trading and swing trading at True Trading Group. We also go over long-term portfolio stuff as well. So whenever I make a move in my long-term portfolio, I notify members of True Trading Group. I sometimes also share those ideas with the YouTube channel, but members of True Trading Group get my market outlook report each and every single year. It's published at either the last week of December or the first week of January. And in that report, I tell people this. In that report, I tell people this is what I am thinking about. This is what I'm doing. This is what I think the markets are going to do. These are the stocks that I'm buying. This is the sectors that I think are going to outperform, and so on and so forth. So there is something for everybody here. Even if you're not an active trader and just looking for some long-term portfolio stuff, we also notify you what we're doing with our own money with that as well. Okay. But going back to Nvidia, now that Nvidia has tapped a $3 trillion market cap, I'm not, I know that when people ask me at 950, would you buy it here if you didn't own it? And my answer was no. And obviously now the stock's gone up, 25% from that price point. And you're like, oh man, I could, okay, yeah, sure, great. But my answer is still the same. Yeah, I can't buy the stock up here at a $3 trillion market cap. Eventually the stock is going to pull itself back in. When does that happen? I do not know. But this is why you just can't try to be cute with your long-term portfolio. Just when you like a stock, buy it, own it, and hold it. And if it goes back down, if markets go down, you buy more of it. But you can't worry about trying to, get cute with your long-term portfolio, because when you end up selling a stock that you really, really like in your long-term portfolio and it goes higher, it's the hardest thing for any investor to do is buy that stock back. It's easy to buy the stock back when it goes lower. Like if you sold Nvidia, let's say 1,000 and it went down to 800, it's easy to buy it back at 800. But if you sell it at 1,000 and it goes to 1,200, now it's very difficult. When do you get back in? That's why when you like a stock, you hold it, you own it. Don't try to get cute with it. I trimmed some of my Nvidia position just because the stock was up 1,600% and my position ballooned to this ridiculous size position in my portfolio. So I actually trimmed about 15% of my position when we got to $950. And I used some of that capital and I filtered it back into some other trade ideas that I had, and it funded a couple of other new positions. But I still own that position on Nvidia. I'm not selling anymore. I don't plan on selling anymore. I'm going to own it for a very long time. It was just that position got out of control. I'm now up on the original shares. I'm now up over 2,000% on that position. When we were up around 1,500, I trimmed 15% of the position, but still holding the rest. And I have no plans on selling anything further. If you're looking at positions where you could possibly look to re-enter, or position or spots that you can enter if you don't own it, $950 to $1,000 would be the first buy point that I would highlight, and then anything in the 800s. So those are going to be the two levels that I just feel like the train has left the station. I wouldn't be piling in at 1,200. I would just try your best to be, patient, to wait for a pullback. And then when the stock pulls back, just hold your nose and buy it. That's just, my personal opinion. You guys do whatever you want with it. I'm just telling you what I would do if I did not own the stock. I'm not giving you financial advice or anything like that. You guys do what you want with your own money. I tell you what I do with mine. But once I would just, here's the thing. If you're considering buying it at 1,200, if and when the stock pulls back, and let's say it goes back to 1,000, or let's talk post split, because starting Monday, it'll trade split adjusted. So if you're considering buying it at $123, which is what it will trade at, what the price would be if it was split adjusted. Then that means when the stock goes to 100 or 90, you got to actually step in and you got to take action. If you're considering buying it at 1200, then you can't say when it gets to 900, oh, well, maybe it's going to go lower. I'll wait. Because then the stock doesn't go lower and the stock ends up going higher and you miss your opportunity. People ask me when the stock in March got to 950 and they're like, oh, should I buy it at 950? Those exact same people watched Nvidia go all the way down to 750 in April and they didn't buy it. And now they're asking, should I buy it at 1200? So if you were considering, this is the problem though, this is the problem with the psychology of the retail investor. If you're considering buying the stock here and all of a sudden the stock pulls back to here and you don't buy it, now the stock's here and now you're considering again, should I buy it? Well, what's going to end up happening is the stock would, let's say, pull back to here. And then again, you're not going to buy it. And then the stock would maybe potentially go back up. So when you have a stock that you like and a company that you like, and you want to own it, when it goes down, you got to act. Not worry about, oh no, it's going down. It might go lower. Well, you wanted it to go down. So take advantage of it and count your blessings and just get yourself into the position. So, it's a tough conversation to have with people. I understand. I feel bad. I do feel for people that don't own the name when they want to, because this has been the greatest stock rally in a year and a half that I can remember. I mean, the stock was $150 in January of 23 and it's 1200. It's June of 24. So, people forget that Nvidia was down 60% in 2022. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to own it. It was something that just got thrown in the garbage. And as the stock just cratered in 2022, nobody wanted to buy it. Nobody wanted to own it. And within a year and a half from the stock being tossed out, within a year and a half, it's bigger than Apple. That's absolutely mind-blowing to me. How quickly this stock went from nobody wants it to bigger than Apple in 18 months. That's crazy. But this is the market environment that we find ourselves in. The most opportunistic, volatile market that I've ever seen in my 18 years career of doing this. And I'm just happy to be involved in it. It's the greatest time to be involved in the markets, not just because we made a new all-time high today on Nvidia. We also made a new all-time high on the S&P. We also made a new all-time high on the NASDAQ. And again, full disclosure, my last couple of live streams, I kind of told people that it kind of felt like we were going to get a pullback in this market down into the teens. And so far, I've been wrong about getting that pullback down here into the teens because the data has come out that supports the long. You've been getting lighter than expected jobs data. You're getting jobs data that's not showing that labor market's cracking, but you're getting data that shows the labor market's softening, and people are looking at those rate cuts now coming back into, maybe 2 rate cuts instead of 1. And earnings have been better than expected all throughout earnings season as you're wrapping up the tail end of earnings season, but they've been better than expected. Earnings expectations and earnings growth has actually gone up into 2025 than they were in 24, than they were in 23, and the markets continue to move higher. The market is telling you that the most probable scenario is a soft landing. I'm not saying that a recession is not possible. It certainly is possible in 2025. But right now, the market is telling you otherwise, obviously making a new all-time high today on June 5th. So instead of letting, biases or say, oh, this doesn't make sense, and causing that to make you make really bad trading decisions, because yeah, sure, I sat here, a couple of days ago and I was like, okay, I think we're going to pull back before we make a new all-time high. That was wrong. We made a new all-time high today. But today, after we got the data points that we got, ADP employment report, then you got services PMI earlier in the morning as well, and you gapped above previous double top resistance, that was a clear buy signal. So the luxury that we have as traders is that we can be long one day and short the next. We're not a multi tens or hundreds of billions of dollar hedge fund that can't get in and out of positions within a day. You had a really nice double top high here on the SPY. Okay, if you take a look here, the double top, there's the high of the day from Monday, and there's the high of the day from yesterday. That's a double top. Today, you gapped above it after the ADP employment report. Then you dropped into that level and it stuck it as support and then ripped back above VWAP. That is a clear buy signal. This is actually where Diane, who had that 600% gain on the 0DT call, right there is the moment she actually bought the call options because of that buy signal. That move off of that prior double top high is the buy signal on the move back above VWAP. Then you got a trade line VWAP cross, took you to the new high, and then the follow through just continued from there. So at that point, I was saying, so I'm not trying to short anything at this stage. That's why we were looking all for longs. We took the Coinbase long. That was a really nice trade for us. We already had other mods and other members that were in positions on Reddit, on ARM, on Apple, and a bunch of other stuff. And we were just ripping profits off on the long. I'm not going to try to sit there and just blindly fight the market going higher when the charts clearly tell you that the markets wanted to go higher. So the data is what the data is. And you can't just be oblivious, say, oh, this doesn't make sense, and just ignore what the markets are telling you. The charts don't lie. And that was a clear buy signal today. That was not a sign to get short. That was not a sign to say, let's watch for resistance at the all-time high. That was a buy signal. Okay. And it was why a lot of us had some really great days inside of True Trading Group today. So congratulations to all of our members that had some really fantastic days. I expect more of this for the rest of the week. You got jobless claims tomorrow. You got the U.S. labor report on Friday. So that's going to be a huge one. So far, all the jobs data we've gotten has been softer than expected. We'll see if that continues tomorrow with jobless claims and then U.S. labor report on Friday. Okay. So we'll see if that continues going into the rest of the week. And guys, I think at this stage, you have to just start, you got to just trade the charts. Don't let your bias get in the way, because if it does, you're going to start to miss some really good trading opportunities like there were today. All right. The good news is you don't have to trade through this environment on your own. There's 8 professional traders with you every day in True Trading Group that share their screens, that call out their trades, that answer questions, provide real-time commentary on the microphone as they talk to you throughout the day, explain what they're seeing, tell you where their orders are and what they're doing. And the best part is we send out real-time push notifications through our mobile app for members that are not able to be in front of their computer screen, because 82% of our 10,000 members have a full-time job. They work over 40 hours a week. They can't be in front of a computer all day long. So we send real-time push notifications whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a position. And that's how so many of our members that have full-time jobs are able to still follow along and place trades and do and follow along with what we're doing inside of the group and take advantage of these opportunities. So if you guys are not yet members, I'm telling you now, the best thing, I'm not going to sell you a membership right now in this video. What I will do is I'll explain to you and I'll tell you about our trial. We have a 7-day trial. It's 7 trading days. It's not 7 calendar days. It's 7 trading days. So if you guys join the trial today, that takes you all the way through the U.S. labor report on Friday. It takes you all the way through next week and into the following week. Saturday and Sunday don't count against your 7 days. Go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3 spelled out.com. Enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay $3, and then join our trial. Now listen, the reason we charge $3 is simply because we maintain a very high quality chat room during the day. There's thousands of people on our platform at any given moment with one goal, and that's to make money. I won't jeopardize someone coming into chat being disruptive, distracting, violating chat room rules, and taking away from people's focus on achieving that goal. So by charging you $3, it ensures A, you're a real person, and B, you're serious about this because you actually have to put your credit card information in to pay the $3. That tells us you're serious. If you're serious, we're serious about having you. It is not a reoccurring payment of $3. You don't have to cancel the $3. There is no automatic upgrade. There's no automatic renewal. It is a one-time payment of $3. After your 7 trading days are up, it just expires. You're never charged anything ever again. So go to ttgthree.com, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay the $3, and then get your butt on inside of chat. Now, I am still long some of this Coinbase position today. Okay. We were able to capitalize. Today on this beautiful climb here on Coinbase from 245 all the way up to 252. Was a really nice trade for us. But I still do have a piece of this position. And what I would like to see is for Coinbase to stay above the mid 240s. So you see this level that we kind of just broke above today. So you can see pivot resistance, resistance, resistance. We got above it today. If we fall back underneath that level tomorrow, I will exit the rest of the position. But I just want to try to be here in case Bitcoin breaks 72K. If Bitcoin breaks 72K, I think you can see Coinbase get well into the 260s and give you a candle that looks something like this. Because this chart on Bitcoin, it really just looks like it wants to break. You got to break through 72, and then you can look at, possibly an all-time high on the name. I mean, just look at this thing, right? You can see this resistance here across these highs. That's 72. If Bitcoin can clear 72, I want to be long some crypto names. But today we tried 72 and Bitcoin rejected at it. All right. You were not able to really break through 72. So today was a rejection on that. And then you just have resistance at your all-time highs up there around 74,000. If Bitcoin takes out those highs, I want to be long Coinbase. So I'm going to try to stay long this name. Okay. I'm going to try to stay long it. If Bitcoin breaks 72, I think you can see Coinbase get to the 260s. We can probably take profits off into the 260s. But then I think at that point, you got to look for pullbacks to maybe reload the position and look for Coinbase to continue if Bitcoin takes out the all-time high. If Bitcoin takes out the all-time high, I do want to be long Coinbase. And it's a stock I'm going to focus on, not just for tomorrow, but the stock I'm going to focus on over the next couple of days, maybe the next couple of weeks, as I've traded Coinbase now a handful of times over the last 3 weeks. And I'm still in the position from 245. Right now, the stock's at 251. And we'll see if Bitcoin moves higher. If Bitcoin moves higher, I want to try to stay long. And we'll see. I will take profit at 260, 261. And then I'll try to reload the position if it looks like Bitcoin will take out the all-time high. So I'll continue to update you guys on that position. I took profits off 3 times today from 245. I took profits at 245, took profits at 249, 250 and a half, and then 252. Okay, right in front of 252 is right before the close. We just got just underneath. It was like 251.80s was the highs, and we just took profits right there in front of the 252. But I'm still in the position, and let's see if we can get a little bit more out of this. Like I said, I'll move my stop to the mid 240s, kind of right around my entry. I'm in from 245, so I'll probably move the rest of my stop to around 245. Okay, somewhere in that range. But I'll keep you updated on it. Follow my channel, guys. Subscribe, turn on your notifications so that tomorrow when I go live, you're notified. You can hop on, join me live. You can ask some questions, and I'll give you the update on the Coinbase position. Of course, I'll update you on any other positions that I end up getting into tomorrow that would end up being swing trades, so you guys can follow along with some of that stuff if you so choose. All right. So congrats, members, on what was a fantastic day for us inside of the group, inside the platform. And congratulations to all my fellow Nvidia shareholders. Unbelievable accomplishment. Second largest company now on the exchange, overtaking Apple, $3 trillion company. It really is one hell of a time to be an investor and one hell of a time to be a trader. So new all-time highs across the board. We'll see how much further this market can go. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Smash that like button. Go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3 spelled out.com. Enter your name, email, phone number. Click yes, I want this. Pay the $3. Get your butts in chat. Remember, there's no automatic upgrade. There's no recurring payment. There's no automatic renewal. One-time payment of $3. I'll see you guys all in chat.